Morning everyone. So first morning on the new, well, not on the keto diet. So starting my day with some electrolytes. This is just so that I keep hydrated and don't sort of go and have any sort of bloating from going back to eating carbs. Like I said, the carbs going to be very minimal today or for the next week. But yeah, happy to be done with the diet. My final weight was 75.3, so I feel like that could have been a little bit better, but overall still really happy. I'm gonna do a proper update later, or this is going to be part of the main vlog later, where I'll talk more about my weight and how I'm feeling and the progress picture. Cheers. This is my first carb meal in 7 weeks. Toast, peanut butter, banana and some chia seeds. I'm very excited to eat it. Also, back to taking supplements. So the reason I didn't is just to have a bit of a break. Not that I think there's anything wrong with taking supplements. It was just that, yeah, I decided that I wasn't going to while I was doing this challenge. So I really like pre-workout. So my protein pre-workout and some creatine before the gym. Hello everyone. So sorry I'm wearing the headset. We're having some stuff done in the garden, so there's a loud noise, so I thought the headset at least cancels it out. So 42 days completed on the keto diet. Woohoo! Yeah, really happy with how it went. So I'll start off with the results. So my weight this morning was 75.3 kgs. I started at 80.5 kgs in January. So what's that, like 5.5 kilos down, or not quite 5.5 kilos in 6 weeks. So really happy. The diet works as people suggest. I do think I could have got a bit further, but you know, I'm not gonna be upset about it. But yeah, overall, so really happy, and as well with how I look as a result of it. So using the scales at home and like some fat calipers, I think I'm around probably like conservatively 18% fat, less conservatively 14% fat. So yeah, really happy with how that's gone. I'll do the progress pictures in a minute. Just to go through then how I felt through the 6 weeks. Week 1, a little bit of the keto flu symptoms, but not many. I think like keeping hydrated was the key to that. And then from then onwards, I've felt really good, to be honest. I had a couple of cravings, I think, this weekend just gone. And again, I think it was just purely because of the fact that I knew it was ending. So mentally I was like, right, I'm done. So yeah, I was looking at things a bit more like, oh, that looks nice. That I can't wait to have that. Even though I'm not really going to go back to having sort of really refined sugars anyway. But yeah, definitely the mental side of things was there this weekend. Did I enjoy the food throughout? I mean, I kept it really boring, as you probably saw. You know, minced beef, steak, chicken, occasionally fish, salads, rinse and repeat. So yeah, it was kind of boring. But it was fine. That's why I think doing it for 6 weeks and knowing it was just 6 weeks was good for me. I don't think I'd ever do something like that for my whole life. I don't believe that is the only diet and that's the way you have to go. Although, yeah, mentally I felt really good. Physically I felt really good. I didn't lose any strength. All my sort of weightlifting I was able to keep the same weight and same sort of volume of training. Lots of positives there. Really good. One sort of negative that I've had this week more than the previous weeks is the time I'm waking up. Well, it's a negative and a positive. For whatever reason, I've been waking up at like 4 a.m. super alert. Like I wake up and I have no tiredness. So why is it a negative? Well, because it's like early. Looking at my watch and my sleeping habits, I'm getting sort of like still 6 or basically 7 hours sleep. So I've been going to sleep around 9, waking up at 4, and the sleep quality is quite good. I think I'm getting like 1 and a bit hours of deep sleep and 2 hours of REM sleep, which I think, like, as per the numbers, is okay. Yeah, it'd just be nice if I woke up a bit later, because where I am, the gym doesn't open till 6 a.m. In the UK, it's still dark at that time in the morning, so I can't really make too much of the time. I have been using it to do a bit of journaling. Other than that, I've been kind of like doing some research myself into the diet and, watching things on YouTube. But yeah, the good thing is it's just how I've been feeling when I'm waking up. There's literally like no tiredness. I wake up, I go to the toilet, and I'm awake. Like I could do anything at that time, which is quite a nice feeling. Is none of that waking up really tired, sort of struggling to get out of bed, taking 1 hour to feel yourself. So I really like that side. Yeah, so like I mentioned, the food overall, I found it quite easy to stick to, because I think it was for 6 weeks. The gym, I kept all my strength. I don't think I lost any muscle mass, whilst I did lose a lot of fat, as you'll see in the pictures. Would I do it again? Yes, I definitely would. Why would I do it again? For me, I think this just really helped kickstart like a mental change I've had this year. So if I was in a position where I felt I needed that boost and I needed to make a change, then I would look at doing the keto diet again. And the same reason I would recommend it to other people, I wouldn't recommend it to someone as like, oh, I'm just never worked out, never done any sort of like conscious eating, I'm just going to go and do a diet. I wouldn't recommend it, because I don't think you'd stick to it. But I think if you knew what you wanted to do, I think it would be a really, really positive tool to kickstart a diet journey, or put on the end of a training plan to kind of cut as much weight as possible. So yeah, lots of positives from me. Definitely enjoyed the experience, and definitely like the fact that I was able to stick to it. So now let's look at the progress pictures. So here's the first picture. You can see, my arms, you can see a bit of muscle, but no real definition around kind of like my chest or abs. But yeah, maybe if you looked at me, you might be like, oh, okay, this guy works out, but doesn't eat well, or, isn't training in the most effective way. Now let's look at the other pictures from today. So after 42 days on the keto diet, and the difference is huge, right? You can really see here, the abs sort of defined, my shoulder, traps, chest, there's some striations there, my bicep, and also you can see, on my leg muscles. Let's go through and see a side-by-side picture from back then and now. And yeah, I mean, there's no real comparison, is it? Completely different. You can see how different my arms look, my chest, my abs. So yeah, really a huge difference, and really happy with the results. Of course, now everyone is asking, what's next, and dying to know. So yeah, if you followed any of the shorts or watched the previous videos, you'll probably know that I'm going to have a week now where I slowly build up the carbs. So like today, I just had that toast, peanut butter and banana. Tomorrow, that's my partner's birthday, so we're going to have like a sort of roast dinner. So that'll be some potatoes, Yorkshire pudding, and cake that will make up the carbs. Wednesday, we'll probably go back down to something a bit lighter, so probably the toast, peanut butter, and banana again. And then in the dinner, for dinner, I might introduce some carbs as well. One thing that I did kind of think that I want or crave was actually a burger, like a Five Guys. So on Thursday, I might have quite a carb-heavy day, and that'll be like a Five Guys as like a cheat meal. And then on Friday, it'll be back down to smaller again. But I'm going to post all this as shorts. And then next Monday, I've actually decided to make quite a big change with how I'm training and my nutrition compared to anything I've done before. And I'm going to do an update on that on Friday. But yeah, final summary on the keto diet. I've really enjoyed it. I've learned a lot about, my own feelings with kind of food. I hope I can take the lessons with me to go forward. I hope this next week is kind of enjoyable with the food. I really enjoyed the breakfast. I haven't had any impact. I didn't feel bloated. I mean, it's only one piece of bread and a banana. Didn't feel any different at the gym or bloated or anything like that. So yeah, overall really positive. Got a good week ahead of me where I know what I'm doing, food wise and training wise, before I start my next big challenge on the 17th of March. So please like, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed the content and you want to see what comes up next. Thanks.